Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. I'm Allison Gill.
And I'm Dana Goldberg, and this is Beans Talk.
Hey, everybody, we got a short but sweet, from the road, so
Boom, boom, boom.
weird lighting, no great teleprompter.
I'm recording earlier than normal, which is why I'm backlit instead of frontlit. Everything's fine. We're going to get through this.
Yes, but we wanted to bring you some Beans Talk today, especially since Tom Cotton is such a sick bastard.
He's such a shitty asshole.
He's coming up with every excuse in the book that killing these two people in that double tap is somehow justified. I think I put out on Blue Sky, I was like, yeah, but look, they're waving their arms, so it looks like they're signaling to birds, and they could use a paperclip and some squid ink and write a message and tie it to a bird's leg and get it to their friends and continue their mission, and that's why we had to kill him. Like, whatever he's coming up with, and is just absolute bonkers. And we have a clip of him today. Let's watch this.
Hear you saying they weren't incapacitated, and yet Democratic Congressman Adam Smith of Washington, the ranking member on the House Armed Services Committee, saw this very differently. He saw that video. He said, quote, "It looks like two classically shipwrecked people." Other lawmakers who saw the video said the two men appeared to raise their arms, potentially to signal that they were trying to surrender. Senator, why did Admiral Bradley interpret those actions as anything other than these two men trying to seek help and survive?
Well, again, they were sitting or standing on top of a capsized boat. They weren't floating helplessly in the water. And Kristen, I don't think it matters all that much what they were trying to do. It looked at one point like they were trying to flip the boat back over, presumably to rescue its cargo and continue their mission.
Or to stay afloat,
maybe they were signaling to other airplanes or drug cartel boats because they're in waters that are just off drug cartel areas. At one point, the guy takes off his T-shirt. Maybe he's trying to get a suntan. It doesn't really matter what they were trying to do. What matters is that they were not in a shipwrecked state, distressed, dog paddling in the water at all. And therefore, that boat, its cargo, and those drug traffickers remained valid targets.
I mean, just what a bastard.
Just stay in your racism and not turn into a complete jackass. Like the whole taking off the shirt so they can get a suntan. We know you're already a jerk. The cruelty and these people are dead. These people are dead. And we know from all the other accounts that were actually real that they were struggling. Some of them said their hands were in the air because they were trying to surrender. Like, there's so many different accounts. Like, why do they keep letting Tom Cotton on air when they know he's just going to double down on this bullshit? I just don't understand.
I think that's why they like the ratings, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's awful. And we learned today, and we went over this on the Daily Beans audio podcast, that the boat wasn't even headed to the U.S.
Nope.
So Donald Trump's excuse of where we're protecting the United States, the boat was coming to the United States. That's what he sent out on True Social on September 2nd when they did that double tap. But if you give a listen to the audio Daily Beans today, I went through a Just Security article listing basically a Q&A on the legality of these boat strikes, Dana. And as you know, these are all illegal. It's all murder. It's all extrajudicial killings, whether we're in an armed conflict or not. Even if the Supreme Court decides that Donald Trump can just wave a wand and put us in an armed conflict by circumventing Congress through some unitary executive bullshit, it's still illegal and it's still murder.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of heavy news on the long beans as well as just in life, but we do have a little bit of joy. We covered this, the sandwich guy, his trial in depth. Obviously, he was acquitted because he was acquitted. There's more jurors coming forward, which is really hilarious. One of them noted that some people in the courtroom struggled to keep a straight face during the trial. Some of them were even laughing outwardly at some of the testimony.
I would be laughing.
Some other quotes, yeah.
I would be laughing. Like, I would not be able to keep a straight face in the sandwich guy trial.
There is no way. You all know me.
What?
I can barely keep a straight face with all of this bullshit.
I would have actually been overtly laughing. Now, one of the jurors, I think this was CBS and Scott MacFarlane that spoke to 3 additional jurors. I'm not sure if this is in addition to the one juror that we already heard from. I think it is. But one of the jurors told CBS, "I thought we'd be out of there quickly. This case had no grounding. He threw a sandwich at an agent because he knew it wouldn't hurt. A reasonable person wouldn't think a sandwich is a weapon."
That's absolutely,
that's a quote.
Yeah. There's another jury said that they were even surprised to be assigned to the case at all. The juror said because he had heard about the prior rejection of a grand jury of Sean Dunn's felony case. So he had heard about that. He said, I was surprised some of the other jurors were unfamiliar with it. And then one person was just like, I mean, it was a sandwich.
That reminds me of every once in a while, Dana, when we're reading the news, we'll say something, you'll read something from someone, and you'll just stop and go, listen.
Yeah.
And whenever you do that, I'm like, uh-oh. Because, like, we're about to get into some awesome shit right now. It's like, it's almost like in the Austin Powers movie was like, honestly, who throws a cupcake, right?
Well, we can do that here. Listen. You know how they're going after Tiz James and they're going after people for the real estate stuff, Eric Swalwell? Guess what? Guess who found out they did have primary residences listed as primary residence, but they were renting them out? Who do you think ProPublica found out had multiple properties that he listed as primary residences, but rented out through a management company? Who, I mean, give it a shot. Who do you think?
Trump?
That would be it. Every accusation is a fucking confession, people. Every single one of them.
Yeah. And that's on top. This is, if you read this ProPublica article, we're going to go over it on tomorrow's Cleanup on Aisle 45. But if you look at it, it is clear as day. In the 90s, Trump had these two properties near Mar-a-Lago that he called his primary residences, never lived in them. And this wasn't because ProPublica went out and illegally got some mortgage documents. No, he listed them through management companies for rent, but had them listed as primary residences on his taxes, which we have in that case, I guess, is something that they compared it to. But anyway, something else that happened today that we didn't really go into too much, and there's really not much to go into yet, but Alina Habba, now the former interim U.S. attorney for New Jersey, one of 5 U.S. attorneys, 4 that judges have found have been unlawfully appointed, another that had just had a hearing in Albany in the Northern District of New York for John Sarcone, who is probably also going to have been found to have been unlawfully appointed. But Alina Habba was the interim U.S. attorney in New Jersey, and she has surrendered. And here's why I say the word surrendered, Dana. She says, as a result of the Third Circuit's ruling, and to protect the stability and integrity of the office, which I love, I have decided to step down as my role as the U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey. By the way, no, that is incorrect. You were never the U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey, and a court found that. But do not mistake compliance for surrender. That's why I'm calling this a surrender, because it is a surrender. Mm-hmm. She's not complying with anything. This would be like if I would just walked around town saying, I am the U.S. attorney in San Diego in the Southern District of California. I am. And then somebody said, no, you're not. And a court said, get out of here. And I got arrested. And then I went, I am not surrendering, but I will step down from a position that I never had. Mark my words. This is her. This is what she's doing. That was a great
example.
And she says, this decision will not weaken the Justice Department, and it will not weaken me. And then she says something, oh my God, she did the trope where she said you could take the girl out of New Jersey, but you can't take New Jersey out of the girl.
I really dislike these people. I'm so glad they're so incompetent. I'm so glad they're so incompetent.
And Kristi Noem could be on her way out too. Also,
I would love to see it. Did you? Okay, this is. I feel like it was Schadenfreude, but it's from one of his pals. Did you see Trump getting the FIFA Peace Prize? They made up a Peace Prize award for Trump. They gave it to him, which is a very ugly statue, by the way. I was watching Saturday Night Live.
It's a bunch of hands cupping
and he said
a ball.
It's the hands cupping the earth, and it looks like it's dragging it into hell, which is what's happening in this country. That was Saturday Night Live. And then they opened there was a medal, and the visual of Trump taking the medal like a child getting a piece of candy out of a grab bag at a party, and then placing it over his own head and really looking like he got something that was valid. The whole introduction was of him and who stopped all of these wars before they even got started. And then they panned to him thanking Melania being there, and she was like this. And then the rest of it, she looks like this. It was ridiculous. He's a laughingstock. It's a fake award by one of the most corrupt sports organizations in the world, by the way. Let's make that very clear. FIFA's not really standing on any sort of scruples. He has been pals with Trump and Putin for years.
Yeah. And it reminded, some people did a side-by-side of the Grinch, like, that stole Christmas with the, when he
But
pulls
at least
the
the
medal
Grinch was likable.
and puts the medal, he medaled himself.
Ugh.
Oh man. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like the little, when you give a kid a fake play school steering wheel in the car next to you so they can be driving. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's that.
Yeah.
It's that.
He has ruined go ahead.
Yeah, we were just going to talk about he ruined the Kennedy Center honors. First of all, he's ruined the Kennedy Center. He's chopped down all the oaks. He's remodeling it, probably going to make it all gold and shitty. And it's one of the most beautiful, like, mid-century modern marvels in the world. But he was asked if he was going to rename it. He had the Kennedy Center ceremony in the Oval Office, which is usually in the East Room, but oops, no East Room. And I don't know that we're going to see the actual Kennedy Center honors because I don't think they sold any tickets.
Oh, which surprises me. You think they'd want to capitalize on this. One of the things that they did is they took the rainbow off of the thing that holds the medal, which is just so crazy. Peter Thiel, isn't he actually running, or it's the other, one of the self-loathing gay men that's in this administration is now in charge of the Kennedy Center. Is it Peter Thiel or the other guy?
Rick Grinnell, maybe?
Yes, that's who it is. Thank you.
But that Kennedy Center honors wasn't even based on
Oh,
pride.
No, not at all. But there's always been a rainbow in the band.
Beautiful rainbow, with the 3 medals. It's iconic.
Yeah.
You see it and you're like, that's a Kennedy Center honor.
Yeah, but rainbows are gay, Allison.
Right. Now, they've taken it. It's just a plain blue thing and one round medal in the middle. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, if I had that in my house, it would look just like like I won a 5K or I ran a 5K.
Totally. Yeah.
There's nothing that sets it apart. And the Kennedy Center honors the beautiful rainbow with the iconic 3 medals on it. Was made by a family business for years, since the 70s.
Yeah.
And then he just handed it to Tiffany and Company and they made this blue monstrosity. And it's like Gene Simmons and Sylvester Stallone. It's like, no, and he took over the board and he wants to name it after himself. It's just,
it's all a shame.
He was mad at it. It's like when a really shitty comedian buys a comedy club so he can get his own stage time.
That's another good analogy.
It's analogy day.
It sure is. You're nailing it. You're nailing them.
Thank you, my friend. And thanks to everybody. I know this is a little bit of a shorter episode, but Dana and I got to run. We got to go get ready. We're going to the Brick Awards tonight. I'm really excited about this.
I will be on stage telling jokes, raising money for the Stonewall Inn initiative, which creates safe spaces for LGBTQ people across this world. They team up with a lot of big places like, sports arenas that you wouldn't necessarily think were welcoming places to LGBTQ people because there's been so much historically homophobia in sport. The Stonewall Initiative is making it so that there's safer spaces for us. And so I'll be on there, and then Allison's going to join me on stage and give a gift to the organization from the Daily Beans. So thank you all for being able to make that happen.
It's all because of you. So we really appreciate you. And we will see you tomorrow. Dana, are you traveling tomorrow?
No, I'll be with you.
All right, sweet. We'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, we have no way of closing the show. Wait, I think I've got a chair that...
Maybe I'll go this way while you go down. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We're swearing. Daily Beans, Daily Beans.